3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, episode 6 of 90th Minute Winner. Rolling them out thick and fast now, we said once a week. So here we are, you're all very lucky. So today's episode is going to be a quick rundown of the fixtures just gone, the Premier League fixtures.
It's back.
Premier League is back in business. And then we're just going to predict this weekend's fixtures, to be fair. Nice little simple one, try not to make it too long and roll them out thick and fast. Anything to add?
Got to roll with it. Got to
roll with it, exactly. So
say what you say. Don't let anybody get in your way.
No, exactly. We normally, so basically for those that don't know, normally we take turns to write stuff down on our notes. So I did the 5th episode last week, and then it's Fish's turn today. So it's pretty much whatever he's got written down. I only saw 5 games at the weekend, and one of them I was too pissed to remember, which was Brentford Arsenal. So
yeah, that's the only one that I watched this weekend live.
Yeah. So we'll see. Have a good time.
Oh,
whatever. Yeah. Should we jump
we'll jump straight
Let's
in.
have it.
So all of my notes are based on match of the day highlights. So if anything is wrong, then please comment.
Anything to add, let us know.
Because obviously I know that people watch their own team's games in more depth. I was just browsing.
Yeah.
And as I did watch the Brentford Arsenal game, we watched that in the pub on Friday. So that's the only game that I did watch live. So I think it's only right that as it was the first game of the season, we kick that.
Yeah, we'll go through them in order, won't we? We'll do Friday nights, 12:30 Saturday, 3 o'clock Saturday, and then 12:30 Saturday.
I've gone from the match of the day. I've gone from the match of the day. I've gone for the match of the day running order, apart from the Brentford Arsenal one, because it was before I even sat down and watched match of the day.
We'll do Brentford Arsenal. That's how we started this season's games.
So we've got the first 2 in order.
Let's do it.
So.
Arsenal.
This is all our own opinions and whatnot. You may agree, you may disagree. I think Brentford won the game without doing anything.
I think they won it with a lot of ease.
Yeah.
It was weird. From what I can remember, obviously I did have a lot of drinks. I don't remember a lot, which is a bit frustrating, and I am apologetic for being so immature. But I'm not really. But yeah, you are right. I think it did come across the way I can actually remember it was with ease. It was comfy.
So
you would have think they'd just come up to the Prem.
The notes I've got here: Brentford won a game without really doing anything. Whilst Arsenal had a lot of the ball, they had no final product. The Brentford defenders swept everything up really well. Tony won all the flicks to get them up the pitch.
Yeah.
And Arsenal didn't deserve anything.
Well, I do remember he was man of the match, wasn't he, Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any ball that was played forward, he won the header, and that was it. They were up the pitch.
Yeah. From my opinion is, you would think that Arsenal have just come up from the Championship, really.
Yeah.
Because Brentford played like a Premier League side. The atmosphere was really good as well, by the way. I'll give Brentford fans a lot of credit. Arsenal, just... There's not a lot to say.
No, there's not a lot to say.
Everyone knows what Arsenal's like.
As I say, Brentford were the better team. Arsenal were dog shit.
Yeah.
And both teams have got tougher opponents coming up. So we'll really see how well Brentford will be, exactly. And we will really see how shit Arsenal are.
We'll see Arsenal's character on Sunday.
Yeah.
Definitely. But
so I think we can move on quite swiftly.
Move on. Brentford 2, Arsenal 0. Move on.
So next one I've got is Man United Leeds.
Yeah. You did. I watched it. Yeah. I watched it, and 2 teams I don't necessarily like, obviously, but I thought it was a very good game actually. I mean, I know Leeds, from what I can remember, Leeds didn't do a lot really. It was the Pogba and Fernandes show, to be honest. I thought Paul Pogba was probably one of the best games I've personally watched of United. That's probably one of the best. It's one of the best games I've seen him play in a United shirt. He was brilliant. It was all coming through him. I know they say win the game in midfield or whatever that saying is, but that's how it worked. That's how it was. It was Pogba played really well, and obviously Fernandes was there to do the business. So United are going to be a strong team this year, especially because Leeds. Fair enough, they're at home, and it's the first game back at Old Trafford with a full capacity in the first Premier League game. But Leeds aren't mugs, are they? They're not. They're not mugs, and the fact they've just turned them over like that.
Right, so this is me. So I'm only going off what I saw on Match of the Day. I didn't see the whole 90 minutes, so I can't say. And what I've got is United did look great.
Yeah.
Bruno scored a lucky hat-trick.
Yeah.
First goal, if the keeper gets a strong round on it, stays out. Second goal, it's only barely over the line.
That's true. Yeah.
The third goal
off the line, wasn't it?
The third goal is amazing.
Third goal's yeah.
And I can't off the top of my head, I can't think of many other foreign players that have come to the Premier League and adapted as well as he has.
Oh, without a doubt, because obviously
something like 48 goal involvements last year. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly, mate. And the thing is, they say about all this let's let him adapt to the Premier League. He's come in and
he grabbed it by the neck and went, no, you can fuck right off. I'm not adapting. I'm in.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do. Fair enough, a lot of people have strong opinions on Bruno Fernandes, but you have to give credit where credit is due because he is class. So, and he was very good against 30 leads on Saturday.
And another thing that you mentioned about Pogba, I've got Pogba doing what we've seen in spurts. He just needs to do it more often.
Yeah,
he needs to do that against Man City at the Etihad.
Yeah,
he needs to do that against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge.
Just United. They've got a really good spine. I think they have got a very good spine. They've got two keepers. I would want to say sport for choice, but obviously they both have their moments. De Gea more than Henderson, but they have actually got a very good spine all the way through the side, and that's why they've got to be tipped this year. But
I thought Greenwood took his goal really
well.
Yeah,
he played well as well.
Is it Stroud? He ran right past him.
Yeah.
Nice finish. Great composure.
Tucked it in the corner nicely, mate. Very nice finish.
It could be a big season for him if they decide to use him as a striker.
100%, yeah.
Obviously, we said about Cavani.
Yeah, but obviously he was injured.
But it's one of them.
Yeah.
As I say, match of the day showed Leeds were involved. They had chances, and Luke Ayling with a great strike.
Oh, very yeah. So it goes. That's the thing. It goes really unnoticed because of the Pogba Fernandes show, but it was actually a screamer. To be fair,
it was a screamer.
It was a good goal.
It really was.
But Leeds, I mean, if there's any Leeds fans watching, you know you'll. Oh, sorry, it's not the camera. You'll know.
You shit.
No, well, you were on Saturday, but you know your points will come. So
yeah.
They will, wouldn't they?
It's Ellen Road, isn't it? Ellen Road,
exactly.
Full Ellen Road.
Capacity, yeah.
Like, yeah,
yeah, they'll pick their points up and they'll be probably mid-table comfortably. Right, moving on.
We're going to try and get through as quick as we can. So, Watford Villa.
Watford Villa. Well, I haven't seen any highlights, mate.
So,
good game. Got to be a good game.
It was a good game. But Tyrone Mings has had a shocking first half.
Has he?
So,
they're 3-0 down.
Yeah. He was at fault for the first two, in my opinion. He wasn't close enough to the striker for the third goal. No, sorry, let me get this right. The first goal, he dived in.
Yeah.
He got the block in, but of course, because he's dived in, he's not actually been able to get the ball far enough away.
Yeah.
He's not stayed that composed. It's bounced back to the striker and it's gone in.
Score well.
The second one, he's not close enough to the striker. He's took a deflection and gone over Martinez's head.
Yeah.
And the third goal, the lad had just come on the pitch, scored another very good goal.
Yeah.
New signing, Debuton, cuts inside off.
What for Watford?
Yeah, off Villa's right, so he's down the left wing, cuts inside and in off the post. You say you've not seen this highlights. John McGinn's goal, you need to have a watch.
I've seen John McGinn's goal.
It's another great goal.
Sorry, I have seen the goal.
Danny Ings, alright, he's from the penalty spot, but he will score goals at Villa.
Yeah, of course he will.
Now,
actually, just quickly, obviously Danny Ings, I saw a lot of tweets actually saying about Danny Ings, what a waste of time, but he's proven.
I've also got, so this is not just match highlights, like my opinions on some of the teams. Villa are in a little bit of turmoil at this moment in time.
Right.
Lost both their assistant managers before the start of the season.
Yeah.
Lost their captain.
Yeah.
The thing for him, Dean Smith, is people will want to work with him at Villa because he is a good manager.
Yeah, exactly.
And he creates an atmosphere. Obviously, because he's a Villa fan, he wants to create a great atmosphere. That's obvious to see. Obviously, with losing Grealish, they haven't got any debt anyway. The chairman's quite happy to invest. They have got money in there to, if they see fit.
Yeah. And
Watkins to come back.
Exactly.
So,
and I would probably say they're similar to Leeds, aren't they? The points will come. Of course, the results will come.
Villa will, yeah. Watford.
Watford. Yeah, for Villa. Sorry, yeah. Watford. I don't know.
Not
maybe
so sure.
I think for Watford, maybe it was a case of opening day back in the Premier League at home at Vicarage Road. Like, I mean, that's why 3-0 up, you think, fuck me, this could get embarrassing, or they're cruising, but they still conceded 2 goals.
By the sounds of it, from what Dean Smith said in his interview at the end, he said basically they just weren't good enough first half. They changed a couple of things and they got back in the game just too late.
It will come for Villa, 100%. Although the absolute wankers let me down 160 quid, so I'm glad she lost to Watford. Right.
Next is Norwich-Liverpool.
Norwich-Liverpool.
We both said that Norwich would struggle at the start, in the last episode. I know they played against Liverpool, who finished 3rd last year.
And will be top contenders this year.
And will be title contenders this year. But I really see Norwich struggling to get points.
Yeah, I agree.
Anywhere.
I can agree, mate. Even if they're at home.
I mean...
It's just points in general. I don't know.
It's just... I struggle. I mean, Cantwell's a good player. Pukki's not the player he was 2 years ago when he first came.
And bear in mind, he wasn't great all season. He kind of lit it up at the start.
Yeah, it was like the first 3 months, and then he went off the boil. He was shit in the Euros for Finland, realistically.
Yeah.
I just really don't see him picking up any points.
The only thing obviously I like is I like to see young Billy do well.
Yeah.
But when you watch him, you watch that game obviously on Match of the Day.
Match of the Day, yeah.
When they were just dog shit.
I just didn't think they offered much.
What about Billy? Did you see much of him?
The commentators kept talking about him.
Yeah. I'd love to see him do well and try and keep them up.
But that front 3 for Liverpool will score a lot.
Yeah. Well, they always do, don't they?
The difference between Jota and... I know Firmino's come on and scored, but Jota is just that little bit different than Firmino. He will get goals as well. And for any Liverpool fans out there that you might agree or disagree with this, I think Mane's put on muscle over the summer.
Right.
From what I saw on my telly, he looked like he's beefed up a little bit. Now, if he doesn't lose his pace, fucking hell, he's an animal. He is an animal.
Not could be, he is an animal. Yeah, 100%, mate.
Yeah, Salah, we all know what Salah's about.
He'll be up there in the top scorer.
Liverpool, from what I saw of it, coasted. They didn't really exert a lot. They've still got Van Dijk. Van Dijk's obviously still coming back from injury. Joe Gomez. They've got Konate, Robertson. The baffling thing for me was Fabinho was on the bench at the start, and they played Keita, Milner, and Chamberlain.
Yeah. Who did I say that to?
I think it was me.
No, it was you. You were saying we're living in a world where Milner.
James Milner is always a 7 out of 10
he's not reliable, but it's nuts though, isn't it? Milner and Chamberlain.
I mean, you've got Fabinho that's on the bench. You've got Thiago, he might come good, he might not. Yeah. Jordan Henderson, Curtis Jones is obviously playing in the middle at the minute as well. So,
and who's that young lad they all rave about? Is it Harvey Elliott?
Yeah, I think he came on. I might be wrong. I think he came on. I
know a lot of Liverpool fans rate him. Not just Liverpool fans, like pundits and stuff as well. But there's not really a lot to say about it really about Norwich and Liverpool. No. It's kind of what we said on number 5. We said Liverpool will be up there, will score lots of goals, and Norwich will be shit.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what I've got to do quickly. Shout out.
Go on.
We've got to do both went for a haircut together actually. It's quite romantic before episode 6.
I spend more time with him now than I did when we lived together.
Yeah, I know, it's true actually. Both went for a haircut. I mean, I feel really guilty because normally, as most people know, my mum does it, but it's just getting too long, so I've had to go for a trim. So shout out to Jack Carver for doing us a haircut.
At C2 in Daventry, if you're ever in the area.
Yeah, we said we'd shout him out. I mean, it absolutely kills me to do it, but here we are. He did do his haircut for nothing. So, and Mum, if you're watching, sort me out next time you see me. Well, next game.
You'll be pleased to know it's Chelsea Palace.
Ah, fuck me, yeah. Well, there's not really a lot to say when we're going to win the league, mate. I'm joking. No, I was saying to my dad on the phone, it was just an excellent performance. It was just brilliant. From the keeper all the way through to up front. Werner can be a little bit frustrating, but I do from an outside perspective. I think people that don't support Chelsea, I've call him shit. And you can't hit a barn door. You know what I'm like. I've not got a lot of patience with some players, but Werner I've got a lot of patience with, and he will come good, especially with Lukaku coming into the side. Hopefully against Arsenal on Sunday, because we've just polished off Crystal Palace. I would say, I was just so chuffed with that performance. You add a Lukaku into that, I know it's hard for me because I'm a Chelsea fan when you're doing a football podcast, but I would say the same if it was someone else. I think you had a in form, fit Romelu Lukaku into that side, and there's no reason why we can't be up there or at least win it. But the performance itself, happy for Pulisic to score a goal. Marcos Alonso just does Marcos Alonso things, crashing beamers, scoring screamers. Marcos Alonso runs down the wing for me. By the way, it was excellent, and when he's in form in a back five at left wing back, no one will replace him. Ben Chilwell won't replace him because that left wing back role is his when he's playing really well like he played against Palace. And then because I could sit here and talk about this all day because we're trying to get through them. A quick mention obviously is Trev Chalobah, buzzing for him, especially because he was at the academy and obviously everyone else is buzzing for him. And yeah, we got talks of the signing this Koundé, is it? Jules Koundé.
Oh, Jules Koundé, centre half from Sevilla.
Yeah, fair enough. If we sign him, it's not more money. If we sign a player, we sign a player. But there's no reason why Trev can't play every week. So yeah, Chelsea are going to win the league, and that's all I've got to say. To be fair. So, well, do you want to?
Well, literally, all I put is because I knew that obviously I'm with Jack. Jack's a Chelsea fan. He'll have more say on it than I will. I just put Big Ron to come in. Kante and Thiago Silva not playing. Palace didn't offer anything or much. It was a great free kick from Alonso. Prime FIFA 19 days. Had to get that in.
Oh yeah, of course you did.
Chalobah with a great strike.
Yeah.
Chelsea were challenged for the title and Palace need some signings before the window shut because Koyate.
Oh yeah, so I didn't really mention Palace. Sorry, yeah. No, they do. They need to add players to the squad, and definitely there's no reason why you wouldn't give Patrick Vieira time as well. But trust him with selling players and signing players. That's one thing I will say about Palace. But yeah, Chelsea are excellent. Palace. I'd be surprised if many people thought, unless you're a Palace fan, many people thought they'd pick up points at the Bridge, to be honest. But yeah, quite comfy, happy.
Next
game, mate.
Everton Southampton. Now,
Everton Southampton.
Before I start,
I know what you're going to say.
Richarlison.
Is that what you're going to say?
Richarlison.
I thought you were going to say Armstrong's finished for Southampton.
No, Richarlison is an absolute fucking animal.
He's an animal.
Because while this was on last night, Match of the Day, I actually paused it and I went through it. He finished the last game of the season, straight to Brazil. Brazil got to the final of the Copa America. Played in near enough every minute of every game. Went to the Olympics, played in near enough every minute of every game. Won a gold medal. That happened last Saturday.
Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it?
He's back in Merseyside to play. I think he played the full game on Saturday against Everton. Deserved his goal.
He did,
Deserved
his goal just
for
being an animal, mate. Yeah, anyone you could admire anything like that from any player, unless you're Dele Alli.
Yeah, and then you say about Adam Armstrong. My notes here is Adam Armstrong is vital for Southampton. Defensively, they look poor.
They do. They're just like I was fair. We mentioned, didn't we, last episode about Vestergaard. Obviously, he has gone.
He has gone. Yeah.
And it's a weird one because we're looking at it. You wouldn't. I mean, me personally, wouldn't say Vestergaard is absolutely key for Southampton. But now he's gone, and they just lose to Everton, and we're sitting here saying their defence is shit. He is key for Southampton, and they've just sold it. But one lad who played really well was Livramento from the Chelsea lad. Did you
surprise that came?
No, it's true.
What surprise?
It's fucking true. It is true. The best out of a bad bunch in defence.
Do you want me to tell you something? From the Match of the Day highlights, there was hardly anything for Southampton going forward or anything. It was all Everton just pumping. And it was pumping balls into the box for Calvert-Lewin to attack, and they got their rewards. Calvert-Lewin got a goal from a cross coming in for a great Richarlison cross. Actually, he got an assist. He should have probably had a couple more, but obviously first game, bit of rusty. Yeah. Because he didn't play much in the Euro. Did he play in the Euro? Did he come on for Kane?
He got
Calvert-Lewin.
I don't think he played, did he?
I thought he came on for Kane in Ukraine.
I don't think he played a minute, but I could be wrong.
I could be wrong as well. And yeah, like Calvert-Lewin is great in the air.
Like Markham against Ukraine, we were 4-0 up.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Fuck knows.
But yeah, I think Hasselhout will win the sack race.
You reckon?
Yeah. I think they'll lose patience quite quick.
Yeah. Who else would? Yeah. Well, we can come to that as we'll talk about. But Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me because they've got to start picking up points. But the thing is, they're the type of team. I think have they got United this weekend? Have they?
I can't. I'll scroll down. Yes.
So they got United, and I mean, fair. We're going to talk about next week's games in a minute. They're the type of team that will go and pick up points against United.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Southampton, you just got to short that defence, and I mean, going forward, when you lose Danny Ings, it's tough. But Adam Armstrong, I do like the look of him.
So between now and the end of the window, they've got a couple of things they need to do. They need to replace Vestergaard, and probably 100%. With more depth as well, because obviously they've lost Bertrand. I think Walker Peters is out injured. Might be wrong there.
No, he was on the bench.
Okay.
Liverpool coming for.
And they've got to keep hold of Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, which you've mentioned. Yeah, and then the top is Rafa can't.
You know, Rafa knows the Premier League. He knows what it's all about. He got a substandard Newcastle team into the top 10, pushing for Europe.
Fat Spanish way out.
He's going to do bits there.
He will do bits there. They've got to trust him. Obviously, they have got to trust him. Being an ex-Liverpool manager, they've got to trust him.
I think they'll do all right.
You've got to. They'll be all right. Next game, let's do it.
Next one on the running order was Burnley-Brighton.
It's one of those games obviously you don't want to speak about, but because we're biased.
Do you want to talk about chalk and cheese? Because that's exactly what fucking Burnley were on Saturday.
Well, Burnley were 1-0 that, weren't they? First
very early. 1 minute.
Yeah, very early. And
football's back.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
you can't
Brighton do fucking zonal marking. Tarkowski said, "You're not going to stand in my way. Get out the fucking way." Bang, 1-0. And the referee's not disallowed it. Thank fucking Christ, football's back.
That's true, actually. Yeah. There was a lot of uproar about that he literally, but he kind of went through him. But
if you're going to zone a mark,
then
because you're not actually man to man with him, when you're going to stand there, Tarkowski's not going to go, "Oh, sorry mate, can't touch you."
I won't tap this ball for a goal because you're in front of me.
So fucking But first half, Burnley had fucking chance after chance after chance. They looked in complete control of the game, and then Graham Potter makes 2 fucking fantastic substitutions, and they both score.
Yeah, and Graham Potter did say. He's So it's one of them games, you know. It's one of them games. I specifically haven't gone out of my way to watch the highlights, and I am sorry if there's any Burnley or Brighton fans. And I promise I won't do it every episode.
I think
until you play Chelsea.
In all honesty, both them teams will be down near the bottom. How far? I don't know.
I would probably say, I'm not just saying because of the result. I would say more Burnley than Brighton.
Burnley last year, they said it on Match Day, finished above the drop zone, 1 place above.
Yeah. They
finished in 17th. How many points do you reckon they were from relegation?
Relegation? 3?
11.
11?
That's how far away in the end Fulham.
Oh, fucking hell.
And the others. Fulham, Sheffield United and West Brom.
No.
Yeah, it was. Fat Sam was there.
No, it was there, wasn't it? Because he couldn't save them. Yeah.
Them 3 were the ones who won that. That's how far away they were in the end.
I didn't know that.
No, neither did I. But that's another. We said it on last week's episode. Burnley were either fucking amazing or fucking shit, and they were both on Saturday.
Yeah, just in typical Burnley fashion.
Yeah, just typical Burnley fashion. So I'm going to move swiftly on to...
Swift, yeah, that's what we do here.
To Leicester Wolves.
Leicester Wolves. Did I say... I saw Adam Traore's miss.
He has to score.
And the thing is, with Adama Traore, is he's been known like that. Because I know a lot of people said he's just pace. When you do stuff like that, you're just proving what they said was correct. So if you haven't seen it, you actually just missed a sitter. He was 1-on-1 with Schmeichel and he just put it wide. By the way, pace was fucking electric. Straight through a Marty and whoever else. Bang.
Ricardo Pereira, was it?
I don't know, but yeah. 1-0 Leicester, I don't really know. Was there much to speak about on that one?
Vardy
the goal. Lovely goal, wasn't it? On the left.
Yeah,
the left little touch, wasn't it?
No, he's on the ball's come across, he just flicked it sort of over Cody's head. Yeah. Vardy will do what Vardy does, he'll score a shitload of goals this year.
He will.
But he is 34, and I think what Leicester have done is they've strengthened in that striker area, because we know that Brendan likes to play 2 up front.
Yeah, which I admire.
Which they've now got Iheanacho and Daka. Now, obviously, we don't know how well he's going to adapt. We say everyone needs to adapt. I don't think he'll struggle with the physicality. It might just be the thing, but until we know, we can't say anything. But yeah, it'll be able to say give Vardy 10 games off this season, but he'll still get 15 goals.
Yeah, exactly.
and that'll extend his career.
That's what I was literally just about to say. It means he can play for longer if he's not got to be trusted, especially because they're in the Europa League as well. Is there much to say about Leicester Wolves? The thing is, when you talk about the fixtures, you don't want to talk about how they're going to get on, because we did that. Number 5. You just want to talk about the game, don't we? So if there's a lot to say, then you kind of just move on.
Right, so, as I said, I'll give you my opinions on the teams as we go. Wolves, new manager. I couldn't tell you who he was.
I was about to say, no fucking idea.
He's a former Benfica manager. They got a new keeper, because obviously Patricio has left.
Has he gone to Roma?
He's gone to Roma with Jose.
And Tammy.
And Tammy, as of today.
Tammy.
Oh, you said it the other day, new signing with Jimenez pretty much.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to feel for him.
Yeah. Did he play? Did he play the full night?
I don't know if he played the full night, he definitely started.
Yeah.
But from the highlights, they weren't a pushover, they were just caught napping. Cody was caught napping, Vardy's nicked in the score.
Yeah, so it's a typical Vardy finish, that is.
Yeah, it is.
It's a very nice finish.
They've had chances in the game, Leicester have had chances in the game.
Yeah.
Probably say on the whole scheme of it, it's a fair result in Leicester's favour. But yeah, if that's a new Wolves team like that, give them a few weeks when they all they'll be in no trouble at all.
I can agree with that.
On to Sunday's games. So this is where the match of the day order changes, because on match of the day Brentford was on last, but obviously we've got it first. And on match of the day 2 it was Man City Spurs first, but because that was a 4 o'clock kick-off, I've done the early one first.
It was a 2 o'clock. Oh,
Newcastle West Ham.
Yeah, fucking good game. Good game.
The front three.
Yeah.
Are exciting to watch. Wilson, he scores.
Wilson does do.
He
does look a goal against West Ham. I remember him scoring that trick against West Ham when Bournemouth came up.
Saint Maximin just.
I was impressed by him actually, Saint Maximin. I was impressed, and I was actually quite impressed by the Almiron as well.
Well, that's what I've got. Yeah.
Yeah, I was quite impressed.
And they've obviously just signed Joe Willock, so it could get even better depending. But yeah, Wilson, doing what he does, scoring after some great work from Saint Maximin. But David Moyes has just got West Ham a different animal.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall to what David Moyes said to him at half time.
They didn't give up, they battled away, they fought away, and I thought from memory that West Ham scored their 4th quite late on. I thought it was in like the 85th minute.
It was like the 70th.
It was like the 66th minute.
Yeah.
Like they scored 3 goals in quick succession, and like just Newcastle, like that. Mike Ashley needs to get out.
Yeah.
The Premier League needs to sort out if this takeover that they want is good. Get it done, because that's a Championship standard squad, in my opinion, with some good Premier League players, like Saint Maximin. The front 3 basically, John Joe Shelby. No, I don't think Matt Ritchie is a Premier League player.
I don't. Or Ryan Fraser.
Well, yeah, I mean,
come on.
They played the young lad in goal, Woodman, but obviously he needs time.
Yeah.
But he played in the Championship playoff final last year, I think, for Swansea. But yeah, to sum it up, Rice and Saint Maximin were both incredible, all over the pitch.
Yeah, I think
on the highlights, literally everything was. Every West Ham attack came from Declan Rice winning the ball back high up the pitch and starting a counter.
I don't think Rice was that great, from what I can remember, in the first half. But I mean, they were 2-1 down at half time, so I don't think anyone was really that great in the first half.
A bit of a lucky goal with obviously Creswell, because Bowen tried to stick it in.
Yeah, that was it. So, but the second half, Declan Rice was doing Declan Rice things. Everything come through him pretty much. I think special mention to Antonio, because I can't remember if we said about it in episode 5 or not, but if he stays fit, he's going to score fucking loads of goals this year. Because I've got a lot of time for Antonio. I think he's a beast, mate. But yeah, West Ham showing what they did last year. Dug in. Not many people go to Newcastle and score 4 goals, really. Well, that's from a Chelsea fan perspective, really, but
yeah. Because that
not many people go to St James's Park and do turn them over for scoring 4.
Obviously, in my family, there are Newcastle fans, so I know that they are passionate,
and
they are. Well, everyone knows they're passionate. It's one football club city.
Yeah.
Everyone in Newcastle that likes football is a Newcastle United fan, pretty much, and they deserve better than what they're getting.
Yeah. Or Barrow.
Yeah. But 20 years ago, Newcastle were in semi-finals of UEFA Cups and in Champions League.
Yeah, you forget that actually. Yeah.
Like, they were 25 years ago. They were second in the league. alright, they should have won it. They had a massive lead over United, but
yeah.
do you know what I mean? There's potential in that club is huge with the right person.
Oh, 100%, mate.
And Mike Ashley is not that person.
They shouldn't be fighting for relegation and be worried if they're going to stay up or not.
They shouldn't be happy with 13th.
No, exactly.
Things like that.
It should be a top table side minimum. But
Jinx.
Let's go on.
So the last game of the weekend.
Yeah.
Your two favourite teams.
Well, I don't mind City.
All right, your favourite team then.
I don't mind City, but I did say to certain people that I would not be surprised if Tottenham turned them over.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of them. It's just being at their ground. City have lost 5 in their last 9. No Harry Kane. So on paper, the Spurs Twitter account tweeted before the game, "Whatever happens, we'll be proud." Basically saying, when we get fucking hammered 5-0, we'll say unlucky. Let's better off next time. And that's why, in my opinion, everything was just teed up nicely for Tottenham, not to turn them over, because they didn't really turn them over. They were on the back foot for a lot of it. But Tottenham, and it really pains me to say it, their counter-attacking was brilliant.
I've actually got that written down.
I think Dele Alli was good.
I should have picked him.
It was alright. And Son, we said Son would be key if Harry Kane don't play. You couldn't follow it. Lucas as well. I thought Lucas was fucking excellent actually. I'm not too sold on that Berwin, whatever his name is. I'm not too sold on him, but yeah, Lucas, Dele Alli, Son, excellent. Tanganga at right back, fucking solid. And I said that throughout the whole game. I kept saying he looks good. I mean, you know. I don't know what I was going to say. He had Sterling and Grealish in his pocket. Fair enough, Grealish won a lot of fouls. I mean, in my opinion, they've just paid fucking 100 million to gain 5 extra fouls in the game. To be honest, from what I saw, let's just say going off of that game. But Tanganga, he had Grealish and Sterling in his pocket, and Davinson Sanchez next to him were brilliant. Eric Dyer at centre half was brilliant. Can't really say I remember seeing a lot of that Regulon, really, but brilliant. And then matey boy, is it Oliver Skip?
Yeah.
Was quite handy in the middle. So, and that everything I've just said there, I feel like I need to go wash my mouth out.
He's going to go and have a shower now.
Oh yeah, I need to go wash my mouth out. But like as I say, we're not biased here, and fair play to Tottenham.
So,
I was going to say something I shouldn't then. Spurs.
So my thoughts on the game are: City need a striker.
They both.
They will score freely throughout the season. Spurs probably will as well, in fairness. But whether that be Jesus or Kane or whoever, they need to be playing a full-time striker.
Yeah, exactly. They need
this false 9 shit doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
You said about everything being teed up. City have not won at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium since in their 4 visits.
That's fair enough.
And every time they've played Spurs in the first game of the season, they've lost. So
I wasn't to know that.
No, I didn't find out. Match of day 2.
Match of day 2. Fantastic.
Guy Mowbray, what a guy.
Guy Mowbray. We'll get him on for episode 7.
Berwine and Mahrez have both had 2 glorious opportunities, about 10-15 yards out.
Berwine did, didn't he? I can't remember Mahrez's, but Berwine.
Mahrez is a little bit difficult, but for a professional,
Berwine
hit the fucking target.
Yeah.
You've got to make the keeper do the job.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're going to put it off target, it's an easy game.
Yeah.
And yeah, from as you said, I'm just literally agreeing with what you said. Spurs counter attack was fucking incredible.
It was really good, mate.
And Nuno may actually get something out of the team.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he will. Like when it was like 20 minutes into the game and there weren't really much going on other than City just putting pressure on them, I sat there thought to myself, they both at each side need a Harry Kane. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But obviously, and I tell you what, De Bruyne as well did change the game when he came on. I know you didn't want
there was no highlights of him.
No,
I think it was right towards the end.
Yeah, but the tempo changed when De Bruyne came on. And they looked dangerous. I think give it an extra 10 minutes in the game and they probably would have scored. But credit where credit's due, Spurs did the job. So I wouldn't really back them to go that high. But going off of the City performance alone, there's no reason why they couldn't. They've just turned over the Premier League champions. So I think we're done for the weekend fixtures.
Yeah, well, I've just got one thing to add about all of the games. Really, is the home support, well, just fans in
Yeah,
general.
fans is brilliant to see. 100%, yeah.
It's just going to give teams that edge. Like, I can't see United winning that game 5-1 without Old Trafford. Because it was rocking for once.
It was rocking, and when Varane come out as well. And
things like
bouncing.
that. Like the King Power Stadium, they showed pictures beforehand of them all waving the flags. It's just, you come out to that, you're like, fucking hell, I've got to perform for these.
Well, it's like the Spuds as well. They all had their white flags.
Yeah.
And how many is their old?
66,000 or so.
I mean, 66,000 white flags. It helps, of course it helps. And the thing that, just quickly going back to Spurs, the thing is with them, they get on their manager's back quickly. After Saturday, I'll be trusting that noon. I know it's Premier League, it's the opening day.
We just beat the Premier League
champions. Got to the final of the Champions League. Like they win, they're winners. Pep Guardiola's a winner. And fair enough, it weren't comfy, but they've dug that out. That's a proper performance what they've done there. And it's a real shame we've got to win it on top now.
Well, no, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, so if you agree, well, not necessarily agree, if you disagree with anything that I've just said or that Jack's just said, let us know and we'll discuss it. We'll just call you a cunt on camera and get it over camera, but still.
No, definitely. I'd rather
get in touch.
Someone message me, call me an arsehole, and I will like, I know, but let me know.
But yeah, just get in touch and let us know what you think about it.
Right, so action.
Next week's predictions.
Next week's predictions, we're going to just thick and fast. So we're going to think. Shall I do it? Shall I get on my phone?
I've got it here.
In order?
Yeah.
From Friday all the way through to Monday?
I don't think there is a Friday game.
Not Friday, sorry, 12:30 Saturday.
Yeah. Liverpool Burnley, first game.
12:30, 6-0 Liverpool.
I've got 4-0 Liverpool.
No, hang on, let me be serious. I think another 3-0. 3-0 Liverpool.
Villa Newcastle.
2-1 Villa.
I've gone 2-2. I've gone for the Championship standard squad to take a little bit of advantage of the turmoil team.
Okay, 2-1 Villa.
Palace Brentford.
Palace Brentford. Palace Brentford. 2-2.
I got 1-1. I just think Selhurst Park will get rocking.
Yeah.
Leeds Everton.
Leeds Everton. What a tough fixture to predict that is. 1-0.
I've gone 2-1 Everton.
I was going to say Everton.
Even with a full Ellen Road,
I've said it now. I've said it now. I'll say 1-0.
City Norwich.
5-0 City.
I've gone 3-0.
Yeah.
Brighton Watford.
2-0 Brighton.
2-1 Watford I've gone for.
Have you?
Yeah.
You edgy bastard.
I am. Southampton Man United.
3-1 United.
I've got 3-0.
Yeah.
Wolves Spurs.
3-0 Spurs.
I've got 3-1.
Have you?
Yeah. Arsenal Chelsea.
Oh, see, I've got Arsenal versus the champions of Europe.
Oh right. Of course yes.
Arsenal Chelsea. It's annoying because you just will turn up against us and it's frustrating. I'm gonna say 3-0 Chelsea. Lukaku gets 2.
I've gone 3 or 4-1 Chelsea.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Oh, fair play.
Mate, look.
He has. Oh, fair play. Have you got? I don't know. What is it? Just quickly. Surely, do you not see how Arsenal turn up against Chelsea? Like, do you actually see it, or not? Because you're a fan, you don't see it as much as we see it.
No, I see it.
Because you do turn up against us.
But it doesn't always work. Like that, that game Christmas of a year where 1-0 up, cruising, Tammy Abraham scores 2 and you win the game from nowhere.
Yeah.
Then last game, West Ham Leicester.
West Ham versus Leicester.
At the Olympic Stadium.
I
was going to say it.
West Ham versus Leicester. 2-2. What are you going for? 2-2. We'll end it on a high like that.
Go 2-2.
Yeah, so that's pretty much.
No, that's not pretty much it.
Oh yeah.
We've got fucking League 2 watch here, mate.
We got to let him do his little League 2 watch.
We're going to be champions. For people that don't watch League,
it's true.
For people that do not watch League 2 football, our squad depth is fucking incredible.
Yeah, I think they'll win the league.
We've won 1-0 again on Saturday away at Colchester.
Yeah.
And we do sometimes pick up results there, but normally away from home we're shit.
Yeah.
And we've won 2 in 4 days.
Port Vale and Colchester.
No, Cov and Colchester.
Oh, Cov, yeah.
And we got a man sent off 65th minute for. If you've not seen it, just type in Colchester versus Northampton on YouTube, and you'll see he's fucking gone and caught it like 30 yards from the penalty area.
What, it was a red card?
Yeah. He's like, I don't think the bloke would have scored because it was going sort of out wide, but he's gone over his head, but he's just flung his helmet, and the rest are like, what the fuck? I've got no choice. But yeah, I do have to highlight that it should be a great season for us.
It should, and it's teeing up nicely as well, I must say.
We haven't got a game tonight. Obviously, tonight's Tuesday. We were supposed to play.
Newport?
Yeah, we were supposed to. Their pitch isn't ready. Let me just quickly.
I'll tell you what, it is quite nice, just quickly before whilst you're doing that. It's actually quite nice to do a bet and put in Southampton Town to win a game. And so far, so good. Touch wood, I ain't been let down yet.
And we got Rochdale at home on Saturday, so I expect another 3 points.
Yeah, and I think you will, because they are playing well. I'll give them that.
And
right.
I have got nothing else to add.
I've got nothing else to add, other than hopefully you've listened to our predictions for this weekend, and when we get them all wrong, absolutely fucking ridicule us.
Yes.
I love it. I just think it's great that we put our bollocks on the line, and we could be so wrong, but that's what I love about it. It's great.
And as we said in episode 5, get in touch. Let us know what you think, whether you think we're wrong or anything, and we'll, I'll say, call you a
give us something to talk about, whatever.
We'll appreciate it.
So yeah, if you drop a like, all that shit, and yeah.
And next week
it'll probably be could be Tuesday again.
Could be
maybe.
Tuesday.
It'll be next week. It'll be after the West Ham Leicester game. Put it that way, won't it? And then we can just kind of do a similar thing again.
Yeah. And then the week after, we're not sure.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, but there'll be something. There'll be once a week, guaranteed.
Ish.
Maybe, yeah.
Ish.
You say it for the camera, don't you?
Yeah, ish.
But yeah, thanks for watching if you've been watching, and yeah, take it easy.